Appreciate the coffee, Miku. Chicago's cold, cup is warm, roads are clear. Midwest and the Gulf, look at the foundation. Ximam, the frequency. When talking stops, the money speaks. Yeah. 6 countries rise, drawing lines across the map. A coordinated effort to close the ledger's gap. UK, France, and 4 partners step into the light, pressuring where the ink meets the sheet in the night, blocking the financial networks that fund and sustain settler groups attacking in the West Bank terrain. A multi-nation measure, systemic and cold, to choke capital pipelines before violence can unfold. Targeting accounts, digital wallets, hidden hands, sustaining violence, displacement in occupied lands. Financial warfare, a coordinated blow, choking bank accounts where shadow currents flow. When talking stalls and embassies grow quiet and gray, they trade treaties for ledger and wire delay. Geometry of flow, balance sheets under the street. When diplomacy breaks down, calculations complete. Look under the floorboard, see joists and beams. Power isn't just the soldier, it's funding the schemes. I watch this pattern repeat through decades and dust. When treaties turn to paper, writers don't trust. The blueprint, old as empire, old as paper and ink. When talking yields nothing, standing at the brink before boots hit the ground. They cut wires at the source of bloodless siege, but a heavy hand of force, bypassing chambers where diplomats debate, freezing digital wallets to decide a nation's fate. They call it containment, surgical restraint, but ledger lines tell a story free of paint. The system, structure, architecture of control, where the cost is settled by rent upon the soul. Think of what gets built on a cracked foundation. Grandfather built with brick. He knew what held the weight. Now they build fences with a routing number's date. A currency of silence on an unmapped road. Father taught me soil remembers water. Whoever claims the well. My daughter is 12. She asks who owns the dirt. I tell her the ledger remembers every dollar of hurt. Ask lie, max, sad, real intent. 6 names on the document, won't we build quiet or give a child a ceiling that doesn't threaten to fall? I already knew you can't balance a ledger on a broken floor. The coalition moves, writing names in black, trying to starve the networks, driving the attack. But money is like water, finding how to flow through cracks in sanctions where shadows grow. Diplomatic theater, when courage starts to fade, trading moral resolution for a temporary blockade. I watch lines of power intersect and weave, a mathematical equation they want us to believe. But justice isn't numbers, peace is not a feat, it's the dignity of living basic geometry. When talking stalls and embassies grow quiet and gray, they trade treaties for ledger and wire delay. Geometry of flow, balance sheets under the street. When diplomacy breaks down, calculations compete. Look under the floorboard, see joists and beams. Power isn't just the soldier, it's funding the schemes. 6 signatures on the document, trying to stop the bleed. But you can't design peace from the transaction fee. Blueprint never lied. Keep eyes on the structure.